You asked for a tutorial on how to use the null feature on Alight Motion, and here it is. Today, I am going to guide you on how to use this feature to make your animations smoother and more professional in your next project. So, if you have been looking for the right tutorial for a long time, then you have found the right video. But before we even begin this tutorial, if you are already familiar with NULLS, then you can skip the basics and go straight to the main content. So, let's begin. Now, let's say we have two circles and we want them to move together at the same time and in a certain direction. We are going to add a null object to the timeline and then connect the two circles to it. After that, we are going to add two keyframes. Next, let's drag it up and create this type of graph. Ensuring you copy it. Then, the two circles will move in the same direction and at the same time. They are under the control of the null. Whenever it moves, they move with it. You get it, right? Some of you might already be used to using null, and this doesn't add any value to your knowledge about it. I am just giving you the basics of using the null feature, so you can skip this part if you want to. What if I told you that we can also control two objects by rotating them using the null? When I say rotating them, I mean something like this. How did I do this? Well, let's learn the basic first. Now we have two circles and we want them to rotate together at the same time. Then add two keyframes and rotate it 2 times. Paste the graph we copied last time. And then this will create the rotated animation. The rotation is very simple and feels easy to make. However, let's make this animation more advanced. Now we are going to make both circles meet each other at the center while they are being rotated by the null. This will make our animation look more professional. So let's go over to this circle, add two keyframes, drag the circle to the middle at the second keyframe, and paste the graph we copied. We are also going to repeat the same process for the other circle. Then we get the simple but professional animation. It felt simple but better than the first one we did, right? Now, let's take this to a whole new level. I am going to show you how to use 2 or more nulls to make your animation look smoother. I promise you. What we are going to do next, not everyone knows about it, and I haven't really seen anyone go much deeper into this. So, we have a circle on the screen right now. Here's what we are going to do next. I am going to add a null to the timeline and connect the circle to it. Then, I will add 2 keyframes to the position of the null and drag the null down the first keyframe. Then, I will create this type of graph. So, I just created the circle sliding animation. Now, I will add another null layer to the timeline and connect the first null, which is null 1, to it. After that, I will go to null 2 and add 2 keyframes. Finally, I will paste the graph I already copied from null 1. So we connected the circle to the first null, which is null 1, and it's now under its control. Then we added another null, which is null 2. Now, null 1 is under the control of null 2, which means that null 2 now takes control over both the circle and null 1. Whatever null 2 does, both null 1 and the circle follows. I guess you understand what I'm saying, right? I don't need to explain any further. Okay, let's continue with our tutorial because we aren't done yet. I'm going to take an auto layer to this point so that the circle moves to the left in a very smooth way. You can see that the circle doesn't stop but continues moving. No one would show you this trick, and they use it a lot in their videos. So I am going to add another null, which would be the third null, to the timeline. I will connect the second null to it. I am going to rotate this null so you can see how it looks. First, I will add 2 keyframes in the rotation section of null 3. Then I rotate it like this at the second keyframe. I will just paste the graph. I will take this layer a little backwards so that it also starts when the circle moves to the left. Then you will get this animation. I'm still going to move the layer a little to the left to the same point as the second null. Let's see how it looks. It still doesn't feel right to me. So this time, I'm going to take both null 3 and null 2 layers to the starting point of the video. Let's see how they'll all work together. And this is how it looks. With all the nulls combined, you get this animation. They don't wait for each other to end before the next one starts. They just start at the same time. I hope you are getting used to this. It would be much better if you took your time to practice how to use multiple nulls and see what your animation would look like. Then you would see the transformation. So we are done with the basics of using null. Next, we are going to create something more detailed and clean. Here's the preview of what we are going to create next. Now let's begin. So we already have our background in place. Now I am going to add the Reddit logo icon. You already know the platform I'm talking about, right? I will reduce the size of the logo icon a little. And then we are going to add our first null to the timeline and connect the Reddit icon to it. After that, let's head over to null 1 and add 2 keyframes at its position. Then drag the null down at the first keyframe. I will create this type of graph to add some smooth movement to the null. Then I'm going to add a second null to the timeline. Next, I will connect the first null to it. Now, I will add 2 keyframes at the position of null 2. And then I will move it up a little at the second keyframe. I will paste the graph I copied last time. Then take the null 2 layer to this point so that the movement doesn't stop. This makes the animation more smoother than it was. You can see how it looks. Next, I am going to add a rounded rectangle shape to the timeline. Let me adjust the size a bit. Then I grab the color picker and pick the Reddit brown color, which is orange. So I will add text and type the name of the platform, which is Reddit. I will change the color to white and also choose the font I'm going to use. I'm going to reduce the size of the text a little, but not much. So I'm going to add 2 position keyframes and drag the text down like this at the first keyframe. Then I replace this graph. Now I will go over to the rounded rectangle shape and add 2 keyframes like this. After that, I will adjust the size and paste this graph. Wait, this animation seems to take a long time, so I will shorten the keyframes. Next, I will connect the two layers to Null 2. Then I will move the rounded rectangle shape and the text layers to this point where the second null starts, and we get this nice animation. So how is it going for you? After learning the basics at the beginning of this video, it felt easier to create this one, right? But if you are still struggling to use nulls easily, just let me know in the comments. Next, I will create a clipping mask for the text so that it stays inside the rounded rectangle shape, not from the outside. The animation still takes some time to finish. I will adjust the keyframes of both the text and the rounded rectangle shape a little. Now we are talking. The animation looks faster and more cleaner. At this point, I am going to select these layers and split them. I will unlink the three of them. Then I will go to the text and release the clipping mask I made last time. Now I will go to the rounded rectangle shape, move it a bit to the right, and then increase the size like this. I will add 2 keyframes for the radius and reduce it to 1 at the second keyframe. Let me adjust the size of the shape to fill the screen. And then I will paste this graph for this radius as well. So I will go over to the Reddit logo icon and then add 2 keyframes. Now I will just drag the icon down like this. I also have to add a keyframe for the text so that the icon doesn't cover it by moving the text to the right. Then I will just paste the graph. Let's see how far we have come with our animation. Nice. This is the power of being creative. You have to keep learning how to create animations in Alight Motion every single day, because some of us don't even take the time to practice some animation skills in it. Maybe the reason is that you have no clue how and where to get ideas from. So in my next video, I really want to show you how you can easily get animation ideas so that it will be easy to level up your skills in creating more. I will show where I get my ideas from and also help you make them from scratch. I am also going to make it as easy as possible for you, so stay tuned. Trust me, if you follow those steps, you won't believe what you can create with your mobile phone and create any type of animation any PC user makes. So let me go to the middle of the icon layer and drag the icon to the left a little. Then I will paste this graph. Finally, our animation is now ready. You really know how to use the null feature properly after watching this video, right? If you have made it this far, it means you still want more tutorials and detailed guidelines on how you can create more animations on Alight Motion. If you haven't liked and subscribed, it means I was just wasting my effort in making this video. I really put a lot of time into making this tutorial and was as honest as possible. In my next video, we will learn how to get animation ideas and make one from them. So let's keep it rolling. See you in the next one.